If Pike is gonna walk up in the lane, your Pike, and he's gonna hook the wall, how you feel about that? Or the minion? It's terrible because he just loses all of his pressure. If this is your Pike and he just uses, or the Rakan, he just uses W on the minions.
Yeah, okay, I see.
So
yeah,
you're wasting your pressure. I mean, yes, again, if you're forced to, like, look, these minions right now, if you can see right here, they are really low. So if you're in this exact situation and now you queue, I will be like, sure, man. I mean, he was forced, he was gonna lose all of the minions. What's going on, guys? Besides heading into today's video, we're gonna learn a lot about AD carry, early game trading, how to play the laning phase macro, when to move to your teammates, when to split push, when to farm, how to do more damage. Absolutely bonkers video. If you wanna snowball faster and if you wanna learn AD carry, this video is for you. You gotta watch this. If you're the first time here, make sure you subscribe and like for the video. You will love it and you really don't want to miss any bit of video or content from this channel. So we have these champions: Jinx, Twitch, Sivir, Rakan. So theoretically the lanes can be played to win or it can be played to not lose. So for example, if you play Kalista Tahm Kench against Jinx Zillion, the Zillion Jinx plan should be: we play safe, we farm, and we play slow. If they all in us, we're dead. So we're not trying to play aggressive unless we have range, like unless we have a big minion wave, or we have level advantage, or I can hit Kalista without getting hit. Jinx plays safe, Kalista plays aggressive. This is the plan. When you have an Alistar against Lux Kai'Sa, this is more doable because with an Alistar, if he goes in, we can win. So that's the first thing that I need to figure it out. Do I play to win the lane, to kill them, or do I play to not lose? And that will depend on your matchup. So for example, you could play, say, Sivir against a Draven. We already know what you should do. You should play to not lose. But, or if you play against a Miss Furton, she's very strong in early, or against a Varus, you're not gonna win early game. So you need to try to push the lane and try to not get poked, really. So you play to not lose. But at the same time, if the Draven has a Yuumi, and you have a Nautilus, this can actually change because your lane is actually doable against their lane. So you see, one support, one champion can change the dynamic. So for example, here you play with Rakan, which is a pretty weak champion. So Sivir is from a scale from 0 to 10, she's a 5 in the early game, or 6. Rakan is 5 or 6. Twitch is also extremely weak. So Twitch is extremely weak in early game. It's around a 3, so very, very weak. And then the enemy AD carry, which is Jinx, she's around an 8. She's a bit stronger in early game. But if you look at the numbers, they're close to each other. So in this lane, you can play to win. So winning means I need to push and I need to poke. So let's see what we're gonna do. So the first thing that you should, okay, so we're leashing here. In general, with Sivir and Caitlyn, it's nice to not leash. But realistically in SoloQ, we both know that it's not really something that we can always do. So there is
the jungle gets really fucking tilted if you don't help them. Yeah,
the jungle gets tilted, so
yeah, and I wish sometimes that they would watch the pros because pros never get a leash.
Yes, they will never leash. Well, in general, if you want to ask, I would ask like really nice, like, is it okay if we don't leash? We hard win the lane if we don't. And then in general, if you ask exactly like this, you might have a good chance to get that, but only in some specific matchups. Say if you know you can abuse, as in I play Sivir and I have a strong karma in the early game, and we play against Twitch. Okay, if we get the push, Twitch wants to cry for, like, he can't. Or if you have, let's say, okay, can we not leash, please? I have Ashe support and she has Comet, she wants to poke. Or Lux, I have Lux support and I know I'm gonna poke really hard. Or I have Vel'Koz, or I have okay, maybe not Janna. Janna is not so strong. Bard, not so strong. Internet Braum, not really. Leona, melee champions, they're not really that strong. Melio, not really that strong. So like Zyra, okay, Zyra with Comet, she's strong. So if you have like a big Senna champion that you can be like, okay, we're not gonna leash in this lane, and after that we get push, and if we get push, Senna is gonna poke, boom, got it. So then it's worth to ask. You can ask sometimes. If it says no, then of course you leash him, you don't want to tilt him, but in general it will work. But at the same time, you can ask from the different perspective, like, look, I play Sivir with a Yuumi, and they have Caitlyn with a Senna. If they get the push, bye-bye farm, bye-bye life, bye-bye HP. So you can ask the different way. Is it okay if we don't leash? But now you don't see we hard win the lane if we do. We hard lose the lane if we do. And usually this works better, because then in the mind of the jungle is gonna be like, fuck, I hate this guy, I need leash, but he's gonna be 0-10. Ah, fuck it, just go lane, go lane. So then he's gonna let you. Majority of the cases, sometimes he won't. So you can ask to not leash from a Caitlyn perspective, where you can be like, I wanna screw this Sivir up by getting the push and I wanna get taken advantage. Or from the Sivir's point of view, where it's like, okay, I don't want to lose the lanes, I'm gonna try to get the push.
You can say that, oh, but I heard I'm not saying in Challenger, I'm not saying in Grandmaster, and I'm not saying in LCS, ADC, or any pro league where people know what they're doing. If you play in a solo queue environment and you're below Grandmaster, so you watch this skill cap Challenger tips and tricks, guess what, most of the rules won't apply for you players, and this is why I designed a coaching program that is ready for you, so that if you feel like you're in Emerald or in Gold and you feel stuck, the coaching is specialized and personalized for you, for your mistakes. But if you truly want to improve and you want to get better, try out coaching, because the coaching can be just for you.
Okay, this is not gonna make huge differences in your gameplay. So you go in the lane. So knowing that we don't want to win the lane, what we shouldn't do, what we should do is simple. Push the minions, so that means you walk up in the laning phase, you hit the minions a few times, and then after you get a significant minion lead, say you have 6 minions right now alive, and they have, let's say, 3, then you can walk up and you can use the Q. You can also use the Q as you're auto-attacking the minions, preferably not through all of the minions and then to them, preferably on an angle where you don't hit the minions. Step number 1, try to get the push. Step number 2, after you get the push, after you achieve a CS, a minion lead, you can look to poke. Of course, you can also push as you're poking at the same time. But what you shouldn't do is that you shouldn't go walk up right here and auto-attack Jinx. Or you shouldn't walk up right here and auto-attack Twitch. Because Jinx has how much range?
She has a shit ton of range with her missiles.
Exactly. So she has 525 level 1, but she has around 600, more than 600 actually, with the Q, and the range actually upgrades as she's putting more points in Q. And Sivir only has 500 range, which is not entirely like the best. Super important. So
it's very short.
So let's see what we're gonna do. So the best thing that you can do is staying here, getting the push and throwing the Q on them when you have the chance. The worst thing that you can do is what?
Not get the push and let them get a lead.
Yes, or simply just walking up and trying to play like you hit them level 1 with auto-attacking, because you're not playing Caitlyn. Okay, let's see what you're gonna do. So go into the lane. This Q, you know, it's you are a bit paranoid that you're gonna miss the minions.
I did throw it a little early, but so my intentions when I go to throw a Q, like at the beginning of the game, I try to always throw the Q that it hits all the minions, but also I get a first hit on the enemy champion.
I see. The problem is that
I don't know if that's correct or not. You tell me, and I will stop it.
The thing is, it's so if you hit the minions as well, the damage is going to be decreased, right? Like if you hit the minions and them, the damage is going to be decreased. If you just hit them, the damage is not going to be decreased, so you do more damage.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
And,
so it doesn't really matter, yeah.
So if you use it through the minions, it's just a waste, because you can just step here and just use it just directly towards them without hitting the minions. First of all, I mean, if you really are forced to use your Q, like say the minions are like really like, but no, this is not low HP. No, they're really like, I mean, 1 HP, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna lose 3 minions if I'm not gonna Q, and you angle it on the minions and on them at the same time. If you're forced to, that's fine. If you're like in an urgent situation. Now the problem is that if I'm Jinx and I look at the Sivir, and the first thing is that she's using the Q on the minions, so it's like it's 10 seconds. So it's exactly, so do you know the Pyke has how many seconds on the Q?
On his Q, I think it's like 5 or 6, right?
Okay, so he has around 10 seconds. So if Pyke is gonna walk up in the lane, your Pyke, and he's gonna hook the wall, how will you feel about that? Or the minion?
Oh, if he hooks my minion?
Yes.
Yeah, it's I mean,
It's terrible because he just loses all of his pressure. If this is your pike and he just uses, or the Rakan, he just uses W on the minions.
yeah, okay, I see.
So
Yeah, I see
you're
what you're
wasting
saying.
your pressure. I mean, yes, again, if you're forced to, like, look, these minions right now, if you can see right here, they are really low. So if you're in this exact situation and now you queue, I will be like, sure, man. I mean, he was forced, he was gonna lose all of the minions. In this case, at least he hits them as well. Okay, sure, he's wasting his pressure, but he was really, like, if he doesn't hit the Q on the minions, he's losing 3 minions. That's not good. But you weren't actually forced to do that in this case.
No, I wasn't.
You could have just
literally
waited.
just walked up. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have just waited. Okay, so let's see. So you woke up here, you wasted your Q. Okay, then let's see what you're gonna do. So right now, we don't know where his Twitch is, where Twitch is, and Twitch might have Q level 1, meaning that he might be invisible here. Rakan is walking up, but you're also working up with him. That's good, that's good. Okay, sure, in this case, you shouldn't get fooled of the all-in, unless it's double scene, in which case you follow. You should, again, step number 1, push the wave, push the wave, push the wave. So here, okay, as you're actually looking at Rakan, you should still have the goal. Okay, push the wave, push the wave, push the wave. Because remember the plan. I don't play Severe to hit them level 1. I don't play Severe to kill them level 1. I'm not playing Caitlyn. I'm playing Severe. I'm playing a champion that wants to push. So here, you see, so if I see your 10 seconds of the laning phase, and I see that here you use the Q, I would be like, sure, he wasted his Q. It's a big deal, so I can already see that you're about like platinum but the moment I see here and I see you follow, I will be like, okay, nice. So he hovered his support, maybe he's going to go in and he hovered. But right now you shouldn't get full of this fake woke up. You should not abort your plan, which is I need to push, I need to push, I need to push. So as you're following here, you should still focus on the minions. Look at this. Because you see what you're doing right now? Exactly what you shouldn't be doing. Okay, you're zoning on a theoretical level. But on a practical level, the Sivir has more range than you. And you need to get the push. Because if you don't get the push and they try to zone you with the range of the Jinx, it's not going to be good. So you got very lucky that this Jinx didn't actually hit the minions constantly at level 1. Because she could have just pushed the wave right now really easy. Especially right here, but also right here. She could have just pushed on the minions. You see, she's not focusing on pushing. She could have just also poked you right here really, really well. So it's nice to throw the Q on them. Were you trying to Q them or were you trying to Q the minions?
Yeah, I was trying to Q her to like push her back.
That's not bad. So if you're queuing the Jinx is fine, but it's just playing way too much for. It's playing way too much for the poking and not for the push. And it's fine to play for the poking as in you're playing, let's say, to poke with the Q as you're pushing. But other than that, you shouldn't, like, look at this. This is Grandmaster Korean. Look how they play. He's like, okay, I play Yuumi with Sivir. I'm playing against Miss Ferten, and Miss Ferten is a 9 early on. I'm a 5. Bye-bye. Rakan is a 6, but don't worry, Yuumi is a 3. So I'm not winning this lane. So right now, what is he doing? He knows, okay, I need to play to push, I need to play to push, I need to play to push. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Starts W and boom, boom, shakalaka. See, he doesn't even care about Rakan. He's like, okay, I need to push, I need to push, I need to push. This lane is about pushing. And then, of course, if Rakan walks up here, he can also consider to auto-attack like this. But his main goal, so he's auto-attacking. Push the wave. Exactly. Because he knows that if he doesn't push, it's gonna be just over. And if he's gonna lose priority, if he's gonna lose the push, he loses the lane. In this case, he had the chance to get prior, but unfortunately they still get level 2. And now he's gonna get zoned, but he played for the right purpose. He didn't play to poke them, he didn't play to hit them. Why? It's because Sivir is weaker than Miss Ferten, and Yuumi is also weaker than Rakan. So there is no reason for you to play aggressive, unless of course you have, as this guy had beautifully right here, he had a lot of look at this. So right now he's hitting him. Why? I mean, he has minions advantage, like Rakan is just in between all of the minions, and he's just hitting because he's super close. Like right now he's just hitting him. That's fine. Like if you're hitting them when they are overextended, like for example right here, Yuumi gets engaged, and look at the CV right here. She's like, okay, I'm gonna hit the closest target. I'm gonna try to go on the Rakan as much as possible and to just force her back, but then I'm still gonna hit the minions. This is what your plan should be. So you see, your approach is already like fundamentally wrong here. And what's this gonna do is that when we're gonna play, you're gonna have 10 games in a row wins on Sivir, then 10 games in a row lose on Sivir, because you're gonna be coin flip. You're not gonna have influence because you're gonna play the champion in a different way. You're gonna come to the stream and you're gonna be like, I play Yuumi and I always lose the lane. Teach me. I'm like, well, Yumi's strength is not to win the lane. You need to play around the strength of the champion. If you play Draven and you say you don't win the lane, we have a problem. If you play Vayne and you say I don't win the lane, well, that's normal. That's what it's. If you're not winning the lane, as long as you're not losing the lane, you're gonna win the game. So that's on Sivir, pushing. So wasting the Q level 1, not focusing on the push. Okay. Then you're trying to just use these Qs. This is not like a big of a deal, even though again, I would just use it on them only and not on the
wave itself.
So right now you're walking up and you're like, okay, I need to push this wave. I need to keep pushing because Jinx can't farm that well into the tower. This is amazing what you're doing right here. What you're doing right here is really amazing. Really amazing. And here you should, good. So this is really good. The fact that you're actually pushing, as you can see right here, you're pushing, you're like, okay, I establish a minion lead. Now I'm going to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. In the meantime, I can definitely look to also Q because I already have a minion advantage. So I got the push, which is step number 1. Now I can do this. Awesome. Very good. And now I'm going to crush. And after the crush, this is the third wave. You have multiple options. Which are the options here? What do you think?
It would probably walk to ward or back to get like a item or a component ahead.
Okay. So what do you think is in this case the right move? So first of all,
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm back to get a component. Okay.
Well, the advantage right here of getting a component, you have 350 gold. I mean, you have the longsword and a potion potentially. It's not bad. I mean, it's not good though, but it's not bad. I mean, the thing is, if you know you can pressure them into the tower, it's better to stay here. Like if you know that you can actually pressure and use the pressure with something, like as in if they are like low HP into the tower, I mean, you should stay because you can just get plates or kill them. So in that case, in this specific case, I would look at their HP. So in this case, if the guy is like this HP or this HP, I would be like, I'm not recalling, she's low. I'm gonna work to make sure I'm not gonna get ganked. That's the first play because I want to stay, and then I'm gonna look to play aggressive. Yes, if I don't want to stay in the lane phase and it's just full HP, or she's super healthy and I'm not able to pressure her in any way, then I'm not gonna ward. I'm just gonna go for the recall. So that's what should happen here. So let's see what it did here. So the camera control right here, sure, we see their HP. Right here we don't see their HP, so it's gonna be a bit hard for you to decide if you don't see the HP of the people at any given time. So here you stayed, but as you can see, the best play is to recall. Why? It's because they are healthy. They are healthy enough for you to not be able to chunk them, poke them under the tower, so you can make it worth it. You can't make it worth it. Why? They're full HP. You're playing Sivir, you have Qs. Not so much. Yes, if you know you can get plates, you should always stay. Yes, if they are low or pretty low or half HP and you can pressure them into the tower with Q, you should always stay. Yes, if you have your jungle around you and he's doing scuttle, yes, you should always stay. But in this specific situation, not really. Like you have nothing to really play for right here if you're just gonna push.
At this point, I should have backed and got
Yeah, you should just go into the brush and back. And right now, you need to just keep pushing. So this is really good that you're just pushing. I wouldn't use the Q and I wouldn't use the W, but why? Why is it bad?
Because I'm wasting my mana. Exactly.
Like right now you need to conserve your mana. What does it mean? That means you can push, but without your Q, just with your auto attacks. So here, the fact that you're pushing is fine. That auto attack I like, because he was again overextended and Jinx is really far. So I'm not saying never auto attack them or never go on them, no, but first of all you get the push, you play for the push, and then if they overextend or you have more minions or you have more range or they're walking up like this and they're really far away from each other, you can consider to auto attack. So this is absolutely okay. And then here you Q, gonna have pretty low mana, so we need to just prepare a recall.
Yeah, I ran out of mana a lot just because I decided that since he had a Twitch on there that I wanted to W in order to ricochet it off so I could see where Twitch was at.
I see. And what value do you get with that if you see him? 'Cause
You only get a little bit of value. It's actually not worth because you run out of mana too quick.
Yes, exactly. Like you see him, but then can you kill him? No. Can you pressure him? No. Okay, so then you waste 60 mana. That's the thing. Okay, so right now you have 500 gold. You're just gonna look to fight, and then you just get ganked here. I see. You played actually pretty reasonably here with the poke. Very good. Should always like last hit these skills. But we're gonna learn. We're gonna. No worries. Okay. Also, this is reasonable. I mean, yes, you do have still mistakes. Like for example, right here, you should prepare a recall timings very soon, but not now. Like you need to crush either the next wave, or you just have to slow push 2 waves and then crush a big wave into the tower. So Jinx won't be able to push it in time before you get back. So you should prepare that slow push. But yeah, all in all, right here you're just pushing. You're getting the prior. Right here you try to like aggro the minions. That's fine. That's okay. The bad thing is that you're gonna see the first mistake that and I saw you doing it a lot. So usually in League of Legends you wanna use the poke on the AD carry or on the support, of course. But who? Because you won. So you can go for the poke on, okay, let me just make a list. So who do we go the poke on? Well, it's very complicated because if you ask a challenger player, he will tell you, bro, you always go, for example, if they have Soraka Twitch, you always go on the
Soraka. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
But then another challenger player will tell you, what do you mean? Like, not really, like.
Yeah, you're always supposed to go for the ADC, I guess.
Yeah, but what if the Soraka is right here and you just go on her? Or what if the Twitch is right here? So whoever is closer,
closest.
Exactly. But at the same time, that guy could be closer and Soraka right behind, and you play something like Samira and you have flash, and you know that you can kill her in the short period of time and just get a reset. Okay, that's an exception. If you know you can kill a backline target in a short period of time reliably, you can always go for the backline. But in general, going for the closest target is usually the right play. So this is the rule. Again, but at the same time, what if they're a challenger player could be like, no, you're wrong. But what if they're the same angle? I mean, if they're the same angle, you can go for the Soraka, of course, as we said. But at the same time, what if they have Soraka and Senna? They're like both very healy kind of enchanter style. And then you want to go on the squishier one. You want to actually see which one has less armor. Maybe this guy has 20 and this guy has 25, I don't know. Then you go on the squishy target if they have the same positioning. So you have a rule that says hit the closest target. If you're wondering who should I hit in team fights, this is the positioning rule, hit the closest target. But then at the same time, the reliability rule is saying you can always consider going on the backline target if it's a reliable call and it's consistent. But at the same time, there is a rule that says if have the same positioning, you should just go on the one that is squishier. Which again makes sense, but then you can argue, okay, but what if the Soraka has 21 armor and Senna has 21 armor? Then this complicates the thing. Then you have to make sure you go on the target that is, of course, closer to your support. But what if your support can hook both of them? Like he can choose, he's right here, he can hook. Then we should go. What do you think?
Oh, I was going to say, whoever he chooses to go on to, I guess, is like who I should just focus.
True. Well, as an AD carry, yes, but what if you could choose? That's the thing, because you have to like have the knowledge. So you need to use the HP rule, the rule that says we need to go on the guy that has less HP. But the problem, and right now we're going to see to your pattern that we're going to see the whole game. I'll give you a spoiler. Right now, in order for us to be able to know, hey, do I want to throw the Q on Sivir? Or do I want to throw a Q on Twitch? Well, in general, you'd go on the Sivir. There is no minions behind you. You're close to her. I mean, you can, right? The problem is that if Twitch is 20% HP or significantly lower than Jinx, and you can make him like 10% HP, it's really stupid to focus this guy. The problem is that look at your camera right here.
Yeah, so I have an issue where I have my camera set to my space bar. So when I'm in lane and I'm like hitting minions, I hold down my space bar a lot. So that way I don't lose track of who I'm actually trying to hit. But if I'm like after about a couple of games and I get loose, I don't usually hold down my space bar unless I'm like running or something, you know, where I can see what's, you know, or you know,
Yes.
it's just more of like a habit that I need to probably not have it on spacebar, so I to hold down.
You can have it. It's just you have to like constantly check the HPs of the enemy. Like right now, if you're seeing this situation that you're actually spending like 2-3 seconds and you don't see the HP of the Twitch and you want to take a decision of do I queue this guy or this guy, have to just move your camera a little bit.
Yeah, move the camera up. Okay.
Super important, because then you can't really decide. Okay, that's what we're gonna do right now. Same thing right here. Do I queue the Jinx or do I queue the Twitch? I don't know, maybe Jinx is really low. You don't see the HP. And you have to see this because you can be like, oh, but I know I saw it 5-10 seconds ago and I know, yeah, but in the game you have to see like instant information. You have to take the you have to know about the HP of the Jinx at any given time. Because you have to make fast decisions. So you won't be able to do it with this camera. Look, you actually queued her, but I don't know if it was a good queue. Because if Twitch was lower, which I actually believe he was, it was better to just go on this guy.
Yeah, he was lower.
Exactly. And then here you just try to walk up and then we get ganked. Let's see what we're gonna do. So you didn't last hit the kill, you ghosted very early, okay. You didn't use the potion here, but you are very confident, which I really like. Your spacing is extremely fine, your clicking is very okay. Now you're just going on the Twitch, very good. The only thing I have right here is, okay, so you're backing off, you're kiting really well, and then, so the only thing that, like small thing is like the Fiddlesticks is that queuing you, is doubling you, and all what you have to do is, you see this range, this little thing, this is like wind, you have to go here. Because if you go like this, you're gonna stay into his double. You have to just go click here, you see? It's a small thing, but look at you, you're like staying in the...
Yeah, I'm a dumbass sometimes when I get into a fight because I'm just like not thinking correctly.
Yes.
Like realistically, if I look back at it, I'm like, damn, why did I not just walk out of it?
Yes. You are probably focused, you are very tunneled on, but I need to kill the Jinx, probably.
Yeah, I think I was.
Potentially. Okay, good. Next thing is, okay, so right here, there is another big pattern that you probably watched a lot of videos. So right now, I'm sure you know about this pattern. Like right now, the wave is coming into you, you should pull the minions, right, to make a freeze.
Yep, make a freeze on the corner, but I was kind of worried that he would just kind of force it. I think that's the reason why I stepped back a little bit.
Okay, so how do you... Based on what usually you can know whether you can actually freeze this or not. There are two things that I need to like know really well.
I guess depends on how much health I have. Because I'll have to be able to step up to get them froze at the corner of the wall.
Okay.
And then I just need like 4 minions, I guess, is like supposedly the way you're supposed to do it.
So you would have to trim it a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 minions, you have to kill 4. Okay, so you have to trim it. Okay, so the HP that you have will matter. Okay, what else?
It depends on if I'm getting rotated on by mid lane. Which I don't think, like I was looking at the map, I didn't see the mid lane move,
Yeah, so generally speaking, in this kind of situations, it is very important for you to be able to understand how much HP you're gonna lose for this freeze, to make this freeze. Like for example, right now, let's say if Fiddlesticks, let's say we make a situation right now, and you're gonna keep this wave right here for like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 minions just gonna either die or like be really close to die.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really low.
So this decision is very bad, even if Fiddlesticks is not here. And there is one more thing that is like extremely like a red flag. So usually when a pro player is gonna freeze, he's gonna base his freeze on a very important thing. Okay, 1 second. I need to make a screenshot, but I've got a new keyboard. I have no idea what is the print screen. Oh, okay, it's right here. Okay, got it. Okay, nice. So let's go back. Because this is very important. I want to make a print screen for you. So when you're making this decision, it is really crucial for you to know. Okay, let's go into paint. Okay, droop, 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 droop. Droop, droop, droop. So really important to see how long should you hold this wave. Well, first of all, you're looking at your HP. Second of all, you're looking at how big is the wave. Like the HP says, no, don't freeze, I'm gonna die. The size of the wave says, too big, I'm gonna die. And maybe the most important thing that is gonna tell you how long should you keep the wave here. Where is the enemy wave? Right here. Oh, sorry, your wave. But what does this wave, like, why does it matter at all?
Because the next one's gonna stop at my tower, so it's gonna slow push back out.
Okay, so when you're actually when you're trying to pull these minions to the left, how much should you hold this way? What are you trying to do exactly?
Well, you're wanting to hold until your wave gets there.
Exactly. So the next incoming minion wave is really important, because I mean I need to wait this wave to come here to meet the wave that I'm freezing. So why are we talking?
I survive that.
Yeah, well, it's right there. It just takes 15 seconds. You need like even this HP would be like you lose minimum 300 HP here. So when you're freezing like this, one, you have to look at your HP. Then you have to look at the size of the wave, and very importantly, you have to look at the next incoming minion wave to see how far it is. Yes, if you have like half HP, the wave is like not so big. Like say if we create a situation right now, you have this cannon and these minions right now, and the wave is right here, and you have like half HP. Yeah, you can do it. Or you have full HP and the wave is like really like between this tower and that tower, like right here, and you have like 3 minions. Yeah, you can do it, but not here. Not here. We're not one, not to this HP. 2, not with the size of the wave. 3, not when wave is extremely late. And if we go more in depth, like let's say this is also like a, if I coach here a grandmaster, I would be like, bro, but why are you trying to freeze to hold yourself in this position when your jungle is actually invading into the blue buff? So it's like a bunch of mistakes, like everything is wrong here. Like every single variable that we analyze is telling you that you shouldn't freeze here. Yes, you shouldn't freeze here because the next wave is far. Yes, you shouldn't freeze here because of the size of the wave. Yes, you shouldn't freeze here because of the HP. But yes, you shouldn't freeze here because he's invading, you need to push. So it's like a bunch of things here. Very important, because this I see a lot. People that watch skill capped pro guides, videos, YouTube, and they feel like they have the fundamentals, which they do. It's just they don't know like one little thing like this, and then they just use it wrong. They just use it in the wrong situation. So that's super important to fix these patterns. And right now I hope you're gonna recall, because you can't really stay here. I hope you're not really gonna stay to push one more. It sucks because this wave is actually going into them slowly, and they're gonna either push. Either they're gonna push and you're gonna lose the plate because this is a non-cannon wave and they can push it with ease, or simply they're gonna let it to push into them and they're gonna have a freeze there. It sucks, but what can you do? Let's see what you're gonna buy. So I don't want to see boots here. You just get perfect. You just get full damage. Sivir is not a champion that can abuse her auto attacks, therefore getting the boots is not good unless you play against a Caitlyn, or you want to run away from MF, or you play in a losing situation and you're like 0-1 and you buy Berserker boots first. These are situations, these are like scenarios where you actually are able to do that, to get the boots first. Let's see what we're gonna do here. So here you're gonna push, the wave is in an absolutely garbage position. You try to Q them, that's very good. And then after you do that, you can pressure them into the tower, or you can ward. Since you have the ward there, you can just pressure them into the tower. Let's see what you're gonna do right here. Okay, so you're gonna put even a deeper ward right there, that's fine. And then here you just keep pushing. I hope you're gonna Q the Jinx here, that's very nice. Very nice. We have the information that Fiddlesticks is top lane. Okay, clean actually, very nice. So here what we should do is that we should just push like a psycho. Push like a psycho, this is your champion. Jinx is gonna hate her life if you do this. Until how much you should push? Well, until you get your items. What items do you wanna buy? Noon Quiver. So that is around 400 gold. If you calculate it and you wanna buy, let's say, Noon Quiver and Recurve Bow, which is a very good power spec, 700 gold plus 350, it's gonna be around 1100 gold. So that's how much you have to stay here. And that's how much you have to conserve your mana. That's how much you should, that's how you know how much should you stay in the lane. Let's see what you're gonna do right now. So Twitch is low, so you're pushing, which is really good. If he's low into the tower, he's gonna recall, but if you push, he's gonna stop his recall. So if you push right here really fast, which you're doing it, he might actually stop his recall. That's very good. That is very good here. Then you're getting the plate. So right here we want to stay that we want to see that you're staying for like 1.1, 1.2 maximum. So let's see what we're gonna do here. You push. Keep pushing. Fiddle 6 got the Drake. Now you just recall. Didn't really check how much gold you need for an item. You probably didn't know this concept of let me know what components I ideally want to buy before I actually recall. No problem. We're gonna learn it now. I mean, of course, right now, that doesn't mean should I stay with 1 HP because I didn't have the items. Not really. I mean, if it's an urgency, you really need to recall, or everyone is recalling, or you got a few kills, or you're 1 HP and you're gonna die, or you have 0 mana and you can't stay, you can always consider recalling even without having these power spikes, these items that you ideally said that you want to get. But as a rule of thumb, you should have like a plan. Hey, I want to look to get this item, ideally get this item, play like this, play like that. Okay, good. So you go into the lane phase. Let's see how you actually farm right here. Try to Q, that's very good. So now we have 2 decisions. We should fast push or we should slow push. The decision of the fast push is that if you think you can get the plates, it's always better. If you think someone is on the river with Volibear or invading or something happening there, it's always better. If you want to recall, it's always better. You want to crush this wave. You don't want to push this fast if you know that 1, you can't get the plates, 2, no one is invading, 3, you don't need to be on the river or a Drake, 4, you don't need to recall. Recall, you don't need to recall here. Volley is not invading. Plates, maybe you can get plates, because right now we need to see, is this fast push good? I mean, based on what we said right now, it's not, but if you think you can crush this wave and get plates, it can be really good. Yes, it will depend about the speed in which you can push. So then we need to look at the champion that you play. Nice, Severe. Okay, we have wave clear. But then we need to look at the items that you have to be like, okay, how fast can I push this? Well, it's no quiver. And okay, pretty fast. 8-9 seconds. You have Severe, you have like worst case 8 seconds. So you can push it pretty fast. But so then, should I push this? So well, the short answer is if you can get plates, you should push, and that will only depend on where is Jinx. If Jinx just recall and she's there, absolutely, let's push. If Jinx is right here and you're gonna push and give her free farm, you will not be able to hit the tower if Jinx is in the tower. So in order for us to be able to take this decision, I need to look before. When did the Jinx recall? So let's take the pen. Okay, so Jinx is in the lane right now. She pushed, of course, to recap a little bit so you can see it better here. You recalled first. She was into the tower. She wasn't very happy to be into the tower. She was 100% HP, so she was pretty healthy. Here you recalled here. Very, very nice. And then right now Jinx is pushing the wave. We're going to expect that she has 800, 900 gold, so a reasonable recall. So she recalled right, well, 5-6 seconds ago. Let's actually see a little bit more clear when she recalled here. Okay, so she's in the lane, we see her. Okay, she goes in fog of war right now, she presses B. Perfect, she pressed B right now. So based on the fact that she pressed B right now, how much is the recall? How long?
5 seconds.
Okay, so it's around 8 to 9 seconds, let's say. And then how much does she take to get from here to here?
It's like, what, 15 seconds to 20 seconds?
Okay,
so 28 seconds maybe?
Okay, so it's around 30 seconds to get from base to there without, like, let's say if you die, you get the extra movement speed. You don't talk about that. So just raw 30 seconds with normal tier 1 boots is usually what's happening. Okay, so right now we are at 820. So 828 she's in base, and around 858 she is right there. So let's see what we're gonna do. So she's in base right now. Good, she bought. Okay, she's leaving base. She's in the first tower. Okay, she's running. Okay, really close to the second tower. She's coming. Perfect.
Would it be better to slow push and build up the wave and then crash the entire
exactly. But why?
Okay.
How do you decide why?
Okay, so this is the way I look at it. because I have a cannon wave right now, if I slow push the cannon wave, I should have what two to three waves built up.
Okay.
And then it should crash into the wave or into the tower. And either at that point in time, I have either time to roam, go place a ward, or get plates.
Okay, wait. But if this is not a cannon wave, you can't do that?
Oh, no. Well, it depends on... It depends on which wave it is. Because if it's like, say, the second wave to the cannon wave coming out...
Let's say we have the same waves. Exactly the same waves, but without the cannon. What is going to happen with the waves?
It's gonna push pretty quickly. I mean, you're gonna be able to push it quickly.
Okay, so you're thinking that you're gonna be able to crush pretty fast. So then with the 6 minions wave, because you can crush pretty fast with the 6 minions, how many auto attacks are you gonna be able to get on the tower?
Not a lot.
Exactly. So you see, it's still better to slow push, because if you have 3 waves slow push, it's anyways gonna be more than, okay, I'm gonna crush now, but I will only have 6 minions. How much I'm gonna wait? 4 or 5 seconds in the tower? That's like what, 5 auto attacks? I mean, okay, if the plate is really low, like 1 HP, you can, but in general, slow push it is just better. Plus, it will also depend on so this is a cannon wave, and it will also depend on how fast you push. So it's a cannon wave, so you're not gonna push it too fast with these items at level 5. And Jinx positioning is also really important, because if you're gonna push this and you know she's gonna get all of the free farm without you getting the plate, it's always better to actually just get the slow push, because the cannon can tank up to how many tower shots?
I think it's like 4 or 5, right?
So it's 8 to 9 tower shots.
Oh shit, okay. So it's way more than what I thought.
You pushed, and look at the Jinx right here. She's in the lane. Look at the cannon. Okay, she lost 1 minion. Super important. So then in this case, you shouldn't push, because 1, you're not able to push it fast enough to get plates. 2, Jinx is too close to the tower, so she's gonna be able to get majority of the minions. So it's just better to just look to do a slow push here.
Okay.
Much better. Okay, then you're just gonna stay with Rakan. That's fine. You woke up, yeah, so you didn't get the plate, and you... Oh, okay, so so close. Okay, you got the plate. It doesn't clean, because I don't think you were thinking about these things in the game.
Yeah, I don't think well, I remember that we had like I think like 2 or 3 autos on the tower before like we got the... But I don't think I was thinking about it whenever I got up there, because... Yeah.
Yes. Okay, no worries. Okay, let's see what is happening right here, though. Let's see what is happening right here. So, you're pushing. That's good. I mean, that's what you should be doing. This is what you should be doing. You're pushing.
Oh, I already see what I did to mess that up, though, because I already messed up his shield. We could have easily fought them over there if I hadn't have messed the shield up.
And how does Sivir do damage? How does she do damage?
I think mostly like her damage comes from her Q.
Exactly. So she can also do damage with auto attack plus little tempo, but just really the most important thing is her Q. So you're not really gonna hope that you're gonna do a lot of damage unless you have multiple Qs. I mean, if they are low, you can also approach a fight with the ultimate and just auto attack them to death. But the most important thing here is your Q, so then you need your mana for this. Look at this.
Right.
Like right now, you press R, but what do you have here?
I got like no mana.
What do you have here? You see? So it was much better if you really want to do this, because this is actually a good play. Rakan is actually getting a good catch here. You know, you guys are going to get a good catch here. But it's better to just let Rakan go in, let Rakan ulti, and then use your abilities that can do damage in this fight, like Q and W, without using your ultimate. Because your ultimate is like what, 100 mana? It's a lot. So here, don't ulti, just let Rakan engage. If he engages without you ulting, that's fine. If he engaging with you ulting, anyways, you're not gonna get anything because you have 50 mana. So what are you gonna do? 50 auto attack damage and kill him? Well, that's why it's like pretty bad here. So yeah, the mana management is something that we have to work on. Plus, I want to see this all in though, because if you don't know what is the jungle, so right now we don't know what is the jungle. We don't know what is the jungle. Let's see. You worded, but that doesn't mean he's not at Gromp. We do not know what is the jungle. Do we take this risk? Let's see. You take this risk. Okay, so you just take the risk. Ah, I see. I see why now. I see why he dies so much. Because you're taking this unnecessary risk.
Taking a lot of risk. Yep.
I mean, yes, sure. If like Rakan is face checking here and you don't know where the jungle, I wouldn't ignore. I would say like if he's here, I would stay here just in case he WC and I can Q and potentially flash auto attack to get a kill and run. But the fact that you are the one that is ulting, you are the one that you're first one here engaging, you are the one that is like frontlining, kind of concerning right here. I will fight without vision. And then yes, you can also say that you messed up the shield, but as you can see, it's not really necessarily only the shield here, is multiple things. Like the shield, you should keep it for the E of the Jinx, or if you really need it, let's say Twitch is killing you with ultimate, or let's say he ults you, you can use it for the Twitch E, because he's AP Twitch, so it's gonna do a lot of damage with his E, or simply the ultimate, the rocket of the Jinx when she kills you. Like here, it was more about like I panic and I use my E kind of thing. That's the thing. Here we just get pranked. Yeah, I see. So the all-in wasn't good. And then here you should just run. Don't turn back, just run, because you're gonna lose really hard against a Sivir face to face. Remember that your champion does damage with the Q. Her champion does damage with her auto attack. So you see here, you're turning back, you're trying to auto attack like, okay, I'm gonna win. Really?
I didn't think I was gonna win. I was hoping that my Rakan was gonna run away, because I felt like if I just keep him from getting hit, he would like leave and then I could run out also, but he just kind of stayed because I guess I gave him the thoughts that I was wanting to turn on it.
Yes, and in addition of that, you like right now, if you're turning back like this, like that's fine, but right here, if you're turning back like this, Jinx is gonna hit you and you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And here, the more you turn back right here, the more auto attacks the Jinx is gonna get on you. Look at this. You're turning back right now instead of just running and just taking distance and just making sure you longer the distance. Like now you're like, okay, I'm gonna hit you, and okay, really, but that means Jinx is also gonna hit you, and you're really in trouble right here. So you see how much you're turning back, and instead of just running, you're just gonna instantly die right here. I see. Let me think. So this is the only account you've got?
No, I have multiple accounts.
Okay.
This is the one that I've been mainly playing on.
Okay. So do you have any other active accounts that you're playing on consistently?
So I play a little bit on my main account, and then after I get like 3 games on this account, I'll go and play like on my other 2 accounts just to like get extra games, because I feel I need. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can you link those to me? So what is your strategy? How do you play? So you have 3. You said you have 2 and a main account, right?
Yeah, I have this account that I'm using mainly to try to climb in ADC, and then I have the other 2 that I just kind of like practice on to see like what what ADC I might try to climb with.
Okay, let's see. What are those? Okay, so this is which one?
That is my like actual main account that like I first ever had.
Perfect. So this, you see, this account shows me more your biggest patterns than this account that we don't really have a big sample size. So this is amazing. Is this the only one?
No, I got the other one that I just put in there also.
Okay. So what is your strategy in terms of your champion pool?
So the other, like I said, on my main account and the other account that I just linked you, I just kind of like play different like ADCs to see what works, kind of. I try to see like where the thresholds are for like dying or surviving in like fights and stuff.
Okay. So do you have a strategy on which champions do you play, or do you just...
So like I said, I like Sivir. I was playing very well with Sivir. And Kai'Sa. Like,
okay. So Sivir and Kai'Sa. Okay, I see. Because I see you play a lot of champions, and that's gonna hold you back a lot.
Yeah, I tried, like I said, I tried different champs on all the other accounts. But on the one that you're looking at, the NTS Impulse, that's the one that I've dedicated to straight ADC. This is the one that I want to climb on. Hence the reason why it's in gold 2 and not silver like the other one.
Okay. I see. Yeah, so ideally it would be good to have 3 champions in your pool. And why 3 is because Kai'Sa and Sivir, they are very situational. Plus, I see you actually, how much do you play per day? I see you play minimum 3 hours. Is that right?
So I only play 3 on that account.
Okay.
The other 2 account, I'll play like all day.
Perfect. So I see you play, like, I think 3 champions is the best champion pool for you. Yeah, I do have like a big patterns as well. I want to also see your lives to see how you perform in your best games. You have a lot of games with like a really huge dead ratio, which is gonna make your gameplay very inconsistent, which is gonna make your gameplay 50% win rate kind of gameplay. I win 5 games, I lose 5 games instantly. So we need to see why is that. But
I have an issue with risk assessment.
Risk assessment, yes, I see, and also decision making right here. I
Yes,
see we take bad
decision-making.
fights. This ability is good. Okay, sure. I mean, you should never use a Q first. Like, never use Q first. Just wait Rakan to use W, and then now use Q after she's airborne. You should never use Q or charmed. Like if the target is not CC'd. Okay, sure. I mean, also right here, like the way you're kiting is not really the cleanest. Like right now, for example, you should try to go. This is good, but remember the tower range is like this. So what you should, or like this, like in this angle. So you should try to not go here into the tower range. You should try to be here and just stay like that. Just hit her over the tower range. Like you see, you're clicking on the right when all what you have to do is clicking here, just hitting her over the tower range. See this? Because you don't even need to tank if you want to kill her. You just go here, from here to there. She's dead. Again, this is not little mistake. Well, you died, which is not good. But the fact that you're dying a lot in the games, and the fact that the wave management is also not there. We also have problems in the mid game. I'll show you very soon. It's great that we did this today's coaching session. We actually touched a lot of things. Let's go a little bit on the mid game macro. So in terms of the mid game macro, you are good to siege on the mid lane with Sivir. Usually an item and a half is the easiest threshold. 1 item and a half being what, Kraken Slayer, and half of an item of the second item like Navori or Static Shift, if that's the item that you want to buy. That's absolutely fine. But as a rule of thumb, even if like let's say your mid laner is forcing you to go mid lane, you can also grow mid lane a bit earlier. And
oh shit, I wish they would force me to go early.
Usually you need to you want to go mid and you ping them and they don't want to go bot. I know.
Right, yeah, and the problem is in this elo, they do not want to give up their mid.
No worries. We're gonna learn what to do in these situations. Either ways, you should be looking to get the bot tower first before grouping mid lane. Because if you get the bot tower and you push the wave like right here, when you're gonna go mid lane, you're not losing anything by sharing XP mid. Because the wave is not pushing into you. And when you see the wave is pushing right here, the wave that you pushed, Jinx pushed back, then you just go back to bot and you catch it. Then you push this wave right here again, then you go back to mid as well. So you play it in a way where if your mid laner doesn't actually want to, listen to you, that's fine. You're not losing anything because you're always pushing the wave into this tower. But the problem is, okay, so let's speak about this specific situation here. So camera control locked here. You see Fiddle, you E very well. Then you run.
Yeah,
then you
I felt like Fiddle was there just because, like, if you watch, she comes up trying to shoot us while I'm clearing out the wave, and of course we have more minions, but she stays hugging that wall. So I already knew that Fiddle was somewhere close or Twitch was hiding somewhere close. Hence the reason why I stayed on the backside over there until.
That's fine. That's fine. This is good. This is all okay. The problem is what happens after, right? Because right here, this is really good, but you don't have Q, you don't have W, you don't have E, and this is Jinx that does damage on auto attacks. This is her strength, auto attack damage. So what should you be doing at this point in time?
I should be running.
Should be running, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Look what you're doing right now. Yes, please.
I have a problem. I like to not let my teammates die if I'm the one that's causing them to get into a fight with me.
Okay.
So if you realize, I step up in front of Rakan to take a shot.
I see, but if you're gonna die and he escapes, you lose the farm. He loses the game.
Yeah, that's my problem.
So, yeah, because if you play Alistar, it can be fine, but it's you're playing Sivir, or if you're playing Braum, but this is really more that you need to stay alive. If he dies and you get the farm, it's reasonable. If you die, it's over.
Then it's over. Yeah.
So that's the problem right here. Plus, like here, just run, because you trying to fight will actually make it worse, because he will probably gonna try to either go in or try to step back. Look, exactly. Like you're encouraging him to go in. Just run away so you can show him like what you want to do. And he shouldn't turn back to auto attack at all. Not even this Q. This Q doesn't do anything. Look. This Q doesn't do anything. You're not gonna kill Jinx. Whether you step back, you just like here, you step for a second for this Q, but she's gonna auto attack you and you're gonna die. So the fact that you step back for one Q, you're actually giving her so much distance that she can just last it you. Like here, when you Q, your champion stops for a second. So here, she's max range, she's walking up. Because of the fact that you throw Q, she might have the auto attack range to kill you next time. And then here you just run. That's fine. And let's see what we're gonna do right here. Okay. Then you actually just went back into it. Wow, okay. So, what is the range of Jinx though?
I think what level is she? 9. So she's got what, three or 4 points into her Q. So it should be over 600, right?
Yes. So what is the 600 right now? Okay, let me just 1 second.
It's like
2.
It should be at 2.
How can she be? How can it be a 2?
If that's the 600, you're saying 600 range
with the rocket, with the Q, yes. So right now she doesn't have the Q, so she doesn't have this range.
Oh, okay.
So 4 is the range that she has right now, and this right here until 3 is the range with the Q. So this is the range with the Q right here, and this is the range without Q. So right here, when you're stepping on her, remember that this is her range. Look at this. This is a normal range, and this is the range of the Q. So this, what you're doing right here,
is playing fucking chicken with death.
Yes. Like, look, especially because she's walking into you,
and I'm walking up to her.
and you're not really walking back. You're like, oh, I'm gonna fight you. Well, really, you're gonna fight her, because here you see her walking up, but you're not actually backing off. Look at this. She's walking up, you Q, run. Don't click up. Don't click up. Run. And here you're actually stopping for a minion, and then you ulting, you almost died. The Rakan was like, what the fuck? He didn't expect it. And then here you should really recall, like, instantly. Okay, how much gold do you need for the item? Okay, at least you have the item. Okay, Static Shiv is really good item. Really good, because it's cheap.
Oh yeah, it's cheap, and it like literally can just one-shot a minion wave.
Okay, let's see this important information right here. So, you recalled. Let's see what Jinx did here. So you recalled you were low. Let's see what Jinx did. So she's pushing, which is normal. Then she should recall because she has a lot of gold. Let's see. Oh, she didn't recall. Okay, so this is important information. She did not recall. So she has minimum 800, 900 gold in her inventory. You push. Okay, she did not recall. She did not recall. She did not recall. You need to stay and you need to push. Let's see if you're gonna do it. Now would be the worst time to roam. Oh no. Okay, well, in this case it was a free kill, so it was close to you. You moved very good. So this is not a bad decision making. I just want to see your camera control a little bit. Here, I want to see.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of times I'll see the mini map and then I'll move.
Okay, that's fine. In this case, you see the HP of the Twitch. It's okay. Jinx really wants to recall here. So you want to push and you want to walk up right here to stop her. Yeah, you're not really paying attention to the recall of the Sivir. Oh shit. Oh god. Okay. You have one item, level 9. You're gonna go mid to fight a level 11 Swain. And then be like, oh, AD carry is so useless. It's so weak roll. Yeah, because you should play for the tower first before going mid. Really
I
important.
usually don't say ADC is weak. I think it was more of the fact that like all of them wanted to. I think he had if I'm not mistaken, I think he had like a shutdown, and so they were all going for him, and I was like, okay, well, they need me to help them.
Yes, I see. Interesting. The problem is, well, you have two problems. Like one problem number one is Jinx is needing to recall. She has over 1,000 gold. So what you have to do,
keep her there.
You need to keep like she's recalling. Okay, walk up right here. You don't even need to auto attack her. Just walk up to her because if she's recalling right there, she would shit her pants if she sees you walking up. Either you can throw Q at her or just literally she's gonna stop it by herself. You have to like try to do something. And then right here, you can go mid or you can just push the tower. If Jinx recalls, you can easily get the tower. If Jinx does a recall, you can easily keep pushing because you're gonna slowly get plays because she has to recall somewhere. But when you're going mid lane right here, you're losing so much. This is a huge coin flip. It's a big red flag. And also when you're going there, it could be a 10,000 gold shutdown. You have to look there. Maybe Swain is dead like right now. Maybe he's ignited. Or maybe you see he's like 100 HP and Volibear is about to ulti him. You'll see the distance between Volley and Swain. And you will see that he's dead there anyway, so you can go back to bot lane. The fact that you're not looking there to see how reliable it is, it's very concerning. Yes, the decision is anyways bad because you have a very close wave to you and you know Jinx's recall, so you have a very easy, reliable, consistent, let me get the tower blades gold play instead of going for a risk mid lane. But in another situation where it was a close fight to you, you have to move your screen to see. Look at your screen right now.
I promise you, I do move my screen. I don't know if it was just because like I was already tilted in the fact that I've lost so many games on the account, and I'm just like, you know, I've already gotten in my head like, what the fuck am I doing? What mistakes am I making? What am I, you know? So I'm literally just trying to figure out everything, and I think I'm literally falling to that point where I'm not doing my normal routines of checking stuff.
Yes, like right here, just you have to also speed up. You need to speed up with 5 or 10 points your camera, because you now look at this camera control. Look at this. Ooh, grandpa level. Oh, let me just try to move my camera. Oh, move it. Move it. You didn't even see the HP of the Swain. Okay, he's full HP. You should not be here. He's full HP. You should not be here. You should be bot lane. And exactly as I said, you are level 8. He's level 11. Good luck. Have fun. And right now, look at the Jinx. She's like, oh, Sivir didn't go for the tower? Okay, I mean, oh, no problem. I'm gonna get her tower. Good luck. And right now, it's just GG. Speak coin flip. It's nice that you have these mistakes, because that means with a few coaching sessions we're gonna fix these things. You're gonna see big progress in your gameplay, but it will take a little bit of time, because these are not small patterns and they are something to work like long term. So we need to work on this. We definitely have wave management in the laning phase. We have like approach overall trading and how to play the matchup. You're playing to win, you're playing too aggressive, but you also have the camera you have you have the camera control problems, and you also have the mid game problems, like when to group and to not group. Like for example here, yes, you should always play to get the tower first before grouping mid lane, but in this specific situation, since the wave is going to be in the middle, you can go mid, push the wave, and then come back to bot lane, because there is no tower right here, and if Jinx is going to push, you can get the mid lane and then immediately go to bot lane. So in this specific situation, Then you get this, and right now, unfortunately, if you can get the tower and you're not gonna die, you should always push. Otherwise, you should just look towards mid lane. In this case, they don't have a Nocturne or a Zed, in which case you can keep pushing for the tower. Very good, very good. Of course, if they had a Nocturne, you would group mid lane a little bit faster. Now you're gonna be fine. She'll never be able to kill you. That's crazy. Then you just push this. That's good. 1.1k gold, so you should recall right away after. Very good. Very, very, very good. Then you go towards mid lane, I hope. Very good decision making. You're going towards mid lane. And then here I remember this. I remember this. Okay, you went for Static Shiv, and right now you're going to go for the Navori. Okay, yeah, this is a fine build. And then third item, you can just get Lord Dominic's here.
So my problem is so the last few times that I've built instead of Lord Dom, I go Mortal Reminder, and I guess it's a lot of like, I don't know if I do enough damage or if I burst them enough to keep them from hit. Like, see how she's healing back up every time I'm like hitting her.
Yeah.
And so I always go for Mortal Reminder instead of Lord Doms. Now, do I need to change that up and just go for Lord Doms no matter what? Like,
the thing is, do you prioritize more having damage, or do you prioritize more cutting her heal? Like, what is gonna win the game for you overall? If you
doing more damage.
Exactly. And okay, sure, if absolutely necessary, you need to get the Mortal Reminder. You can, after you complete your power spike, which is 2.5 items to 3, you buy an Executioners, fine. But you getting it right now, it's
pointless.
Well, you don't have any damage right now, so you need to have some damage first, which is minimum, absolutely minimum 2 items. But usually I go for 3 or 2.5 if I get a bit of crit, and then you just get the Mortal. This is happening because she's 3 levels up, almost 4 levels up, and this is because you roamed so much, you didn't play for the tower. Like, Jinx is also gonna be up in level. She's gonna be up in level. She's level 12, so she's 2 levels up. So this is all because of the decision making that we have. Okay, perfect. So this is good that we did this session. So short answer, why did you lose this lane? It's wave management is definitely, it wasn't good. I think 30% was wave management. It was 30% was definitely camera control. The camera control like couldn't help you to make decisions. And then I would say decision making, like, when do we go for the tower, when do we go for plays, do we group mid lane now? This just completely screw you up. Will an emerald player win this? I think so. I think they will win. With ease, maybe not. It's not an easy game because they have a top lane that is strong, you know. It's not an easy game, but I think it has a good chance to win this. So that's why you lose this game.
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but you cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG, and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.